Good morning. This is the news for Wednesday, August 27th. State and local leaders in Illinois say President Trump should keep the National Guard out of Chicago. Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker says there's no reason to send troops to the city to fight crime, calling the move unconstitutional and un-American. Speaking on Monday, the governor also urged residents to protest peacefully if troops are deployed. Mayor Brandon Johnson asked the Trump administration to provide more funding for violence prevention. Pritzker, Johnson, and Illinois' Attorney General said they are exploring all legal options should Trump deploy guardsmen. Universities across the nation have been dealing with false active shooting reports. Active shooter alerts have been sent out to students at schools like the University of Arkansas, University of Colorado Boulder, Iowa State University, and Kansas State University. Police have said most cases were hoaxes that saw someone use a temporary phone number and apps to mask their voice to cause a panic. There's been no evidence of a gunman or violence of any sort on these campuses after the calls were made. The FBI says it was aware of the incidents and is helping the investigations. Some of New York's top politicians, including Governor Kathy Hochul and New York City Mayor Eric Adams, are reacting to President Trump's executive order that would withhold federal funding to cities and states that don't end cashless bail. Adams is a critic of bail reform, which was passed into law in New York in 2019.
We need to look at what we did with bail reform to make sure we didn't go too far in the wrong direction. New Yorkers must be safe, and those who are repeated offenders need to be held accountable.
But Hochul says she's since changed the law, allowing judges more discretion to keep dangerous suspects locked up. She's also accusing Trump of trying to throw gasoline on a fire, saying, quote, "We don't need that." Michigan Medicine will no longer be providing gender-affirming hormonal therapies and puberty blockers for minors as a result of a federal subpoena related to an investigation of that treatment. The Ann Arbor-based system did not and does not provide transition surgeries. State Republican lawmakers have introduced a package seeking to ban so-called gender-affirming care for minors across the state. Consumer confidence went down in August. The Conference Board's Consumer Confidence Index fell by more than a point from July as consumers became less optimistic about the economy. The monthly survey noted concerns about tariffs and higher prices. And the Vatican has announced the theme for the 2026 World Day of Peace. Peace be with you all, towards an unarmed and disarming peace. A statement from the press office says the greeting is an invitation to all, including believers and non-believers. The first World Day of Peace was instituted by Pope St. Paul VI in 1967. I'm Matthew Handley.